Hey guys. Hello my friends. I am Kyle. Welcome back to the channel Pensando Inglés, where I bring you real and comprehensible English that you can use to improve your speaking, your listening, one day your conversation skills with native speakers. So guys, those of you who are loyal subscribers who have been with me on this journey for a while, okay? You know that I love to read. I love to read, and when I read a new book, I love to share the information, the knowledge, the wisdom that I just learned with you guys. Because guys, I have a theory here on this channel. If I can help you with your English and at the same time help you with your life, teach you something that will improve your life, I think that is an incredibly valuable video, right? So guys, in this video, I will be serving you guys. I'm here to serve, okay? I will be serving you guys by helping you with your English, but also sharing with you what I learned from this little but super valuable book, The Gratitude Jar. Okay, the gratitude jar. A jar is a little container that you put things in. Okay, you put things in. What are some things that come in jars? Pickles come in jars, okay? What else comes in jars? Peanut butter comes in jars. Jelly comes in jars. That little container you screw the lid on, that's a jar, okay? And this book is called The Gratitude Jar. Okay, let me read the back, the little summary, and then I'll tell you my summary of the book, what I learned, and how I'm putting it into practice in my daily life, okay? The Gratitude Jar is the remarkable story of an ordinary woman who learned to manifest the extraordinary through the power of gratitude. Before she discovered the Gratitude Jar, Josie Robinson was a drinking housewife who could barely scrape up enough money to pay the grocery bill each month. After, her life became a miracle. Josie found inner peace, prosperity, sobriety, and faith. Now, Josie guides you step by step to harness the most powerful force in the universe and create miracles in your own life. The solution to happiness and personal freedom lies within us, and unlocking it is possible through a life filled with gratitude. It's time to start living the life you always dreamed of. Okay guys, now I know that that's just this lady trying to sell the book, right? They all say that. Guys, there's really some powerful stuff in here. I was having a conversation with my friend yesterday. We were out for lunch. And I realized, as I was telling him, you know, a lot of times we don't realize the blessings that we have all around us, right? You know, just myself, and you could make a list just like I can, whether you believe it or not. I've got my wife, I've got my son, I've got a couple of good friends, I've got an awesome YouTube channel that I'm so proud of. You know, I make connections and have awesome conversations with people in my language, my first language, my second language. I'm trying to work a little bit on my third language as well. You know, I have awesome conversations every day. I meet cool people. I have so much cool stuff in my life, guys. But oftentimes we don't see it. We don't take the time to stop and realize that we're surrounded by wonderful things. Why do we keep looking outside of our lives, trying to find things to make us happy, when in our very lives, sometimes in our very homes, we are surrounded by things that should make us happy? And that's what this book is about, guys. It's to change our mindset from negativity to seeing the positive in our lives. And an interesting thing, guys, that I just want to talk about a bit is that the human brain is hardwired, okay? It is programmed like a computer to notice the negative rather than the positive. Why is that? because hundreds and thousands of years ago, we were being chased by wolves, lions, bears, other humans that wanted to kill us. There were dangerous plants, poisonous snakes and creatures, and dangerous storms. Okay, guys? So it was in the best interest of our survival for our brain to completely and always be on the lookout for the negative, for the danger, okay? But now in today's society, where we are oftentimes much safer than we were 1,000 years ago, we have to train ourselves to stop seeing the negative and start to see the positive. That's what I got from this book, okay? This is about a woman who was a mother. After she had her first child, something happened to her that happens to a lot of women. It's called postpartum depression. Postpartum means after giving birth. So she had a bad depression, guys. She was depressed, okay? But she had 2 children, a husband, responsibilities. So like a lot of us, she hid it inside of her. She put a smile on her face. She pushed those feelings deep down and kept on moving, okay? I could relate to this so much, guys. In the past years, I've had a lot of negativity inside my heart, but I've kept on going, guys. Most people that know me would say I'm an incredibly positive person because they see me joking around, smiling, kissing my wife, hugging my son. But I cannot lie and deny the fact that many times I've had a lot of negativity inside of me, and I was not seeing those blessings all around me. I was just pretending and trying to get on with the show, keep on working because I'm disciplined, okay? But just like this woman, sometimes we try and cover up the pain with things like alcohol. That's what she did. Some people use drugs, some people smoke cigarettes, some people eat too much junk food, but really we're trying to cover up these negative feelings. So this woman felt lost, guys. She felt lost. She knew she loved her family. She knew that she had good things in her life, but she could not appreciate them. She could not feel them. She was lost. I know you felt that way before. And if you haven't, you are a lucky person. I know I felt that way. But she found something, guys. She found a tool to start to change her way of thinking, and it is the gratitude jar, okay? So her gratitude practice, that a person who she thinks she met at just the right moment to be her mentor when she needed her, this person told her, practice gratitude every night. She did it with her young 4-year-old son. The way that they did it was they had a jar. They wrote thank you on it, and every night before bed they would write down the things they were grateful for, and they would put the paper in the jar, okay? They decided to do a 30-day gratitude challenge, okay? 30 days of positive thinking, of finding things to be grateful for, of forcing her mind to see the good. And incredible things started happening, okay? And not only with her, but with her son as well. And it's just so cool, guys. I really like this. This is helping me to see the world in a positive way, and I'm starting to appreciate things that I never noticed before. And I'm going to show you guys my gratitude project in just a minute, but I think I'm 3 days in. I finished this book 3 days ago and started, and I'm already starting to notice a lot of things and feel more grateful. But it's a process, guys. It's a journey. But anyway, when she started to feel grateful for things, good things started happening. She started to see the good opportunities that perhaps were always there, but she didn't see them because of her negative attitude. So she hated her job. She was only getting a couple hours a week. Her and her husband had no money. It got so bad, guys, that they could not eat meat or cheese. They were eating rice and beans. You guys know how that is sometimes when we don't have a good job, when we have a lot of people in our family, we don't, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That's where they were at, survival mode, okay? But she started to think positively about the situation. She hated her job, but she started to think positively. And what can I be grateful for about my job? Well, this, and this. So that got me thinking. You know, guys, I've talked on here before. I don't like to talk about it really because I try to think towards the future, but I've told you guys that I've dealt with anxiety. And that was something that I've been trying to overcome and put in the past, you know. But I got to thinking, if she could be grateful for things about her job which she hated, let me just try to be thankful about the thing that was very difficult for me. I said to myself, what am I grateful about that I had anxiety, terrible anxiety? And guys, I started coming up with all kinds of stuff, okay? All kinds of things. My anxiety forced me to search for ways to improve it. That led me to something called the Linden method, which basically is you have to always be putting your attention into other things in order to distract yourself from the anxiety. So this got me into learning things. It got me into trying new things, got me into learning Spanish, got me into doing lessons on italki, meeting people from all over the world. It got me to reading new books. It got me to doing martial arts. It got me to learning things about music. It got me to reading so many awesome books. Guys, the anxiety was the push that I needed to start becoming the person that I am today and the person who I'm gonna be. Because before that time in my life, which I thought was the worst time of my life, I was not disciplined. I was not the guy that you, my loyal subscribers, know that always makes these videos, never misses a day. I was not that guy. I was lazy. What I did in high school, guys, a lot of times when I would come home from school was go sit in bed and watch TV. I was antisocial. I didn't know how to talk to girls or make friends. Guys, but when I got that anxiety, it was like a push from the universe because I was running from it. I could not just sit still anymore because it was eating me up. I had to find ways. I had to try and find something. I was like, guys, I am more grateful for that than almost anything in the world. It is the greatest gift that has ever happened to me. I've become compassionate. I could now look at people who I thought were my enemies and see, oh no, those terrible things they did, or what I thought was so terrible, was because they were suffering themselves. So this isn't a video about anxiety or my, oh, poor me story, okay? But I'm just saying that this got me thinking and seeing even the most terrible time of my life in a positive light. That's pretty powerful, right? So I decided I'm going to try and follow this same basic routine, which is for 30 days. I don't have a day limit. I'm just going to try and make it a practice in my life. I'm going to try and be grateful every day. And before bed, I'm going to write in a journal. Okay, there's options. You could do the jar, put pieces of paper in, but I don't like that idea. It sounds like I got to cut the paper and make a mess and make a jar. I just would rather have a journal. So guys, I had this journal. It says you're supposed to customize it and make it yours. So I decided it would be cool to write something on it. So I did that to it. That's what I did to my gratitude journal. You guys know me. It had to be languages, right? So this, thank you in Japanese. This, thank you in Arabic. And this is thank you in Hebrew. I thought that was pretty cool. But it's my gratitude journal. It's my journal for giving thanks. So I thought it would be cool to put thank you in a couple of different languages. And because they're languages that nobody around here speaks, I thought it would also be cool because it's like a secret code, right? This is my gratitude journal. I know what it is, but if somebody else looked, they wouldn't know. So guys, let me give you, at first guys, I was writing tons, okay? Tons, because it was just flowing like crazy, super easy, because I was giving thanks for all the things in my past, okay? And now I've covered all the bases, you know, family, my channel, all that stuff, the main things about me. Now it's getting to each day by day things, okay? So yesterday, that's what I came up with. Let me share a little bit with you guys, okay? The things that I was grateful for yesterday. I went and had lunch with my friend, my buddy Carlos. We went to the gym and worked out together, and then we went and had some really good lunch. So I said, I am grateful that I had a great workout and a great lunch and conversation with my friend Carlos. I'm grateful to have spent time with a good person like him. We went to a Mexican restaurant. The waiters were having a little bit of trouble speaking English. I could tell it was hard for them, so I started speaking Spanish. So my next one was, I am grateful that I got to speak Spanish at the restaurant. I enjoyed it. It was very nice, guys, to make some connections. And it's always fun to see the people's face, Latino people see their face when I start speaking Spanish. They're surprised, and that brings me pleasure. Next, I said, I am grateful that Connor got 0 negatives and had a good day at school. 0 negatives, guys. Every day at my son's school, he gets a little piece of paper, and the teacher says they did positive things or they did negative things. Yesterday, he got 0 negatives, a bunch of positives, and he had a happy, good day at school. I was grateful for that my son had a good day, and he was happy. I said I'm grateful for my meditations. I had good meditations yesterday. I said I'm grateful that my whole family had a healthy dinner and healthy berries after. We had a healthy dinner. We ate some good chicken and mushrooms. And then afterwards, instead of eating some junk for dessert like a cake, we had bowls of frozen blueberries, raspberries, and cherries. They were organic and delicious, and I was grateful that my family ate something loaded with healthy things like vitamins and antioxidants, because if you guys are parents, you know it's difficult sometimes to get your child to be happy about eating something healthy, but my son absolutely loves these frozen blueberries, and I am grateful for that. I said I'm grateful that my mom got her heat fixed in her home. Guys, here in Indiana, it's getting cold. In homes, some of you guys live in places where it's always warm. So your home does not have what is called a furnace, or I think calefacción, heating. But every home here in Indiana has to have a furnace, because otherwise it gets so cold in the winter that you would literally die, okay? So every home has a heater. My mom's home, the heater started messing up and it was not turning on, and it got very cold. Okay, I was worried about that. I was worried it was going to be very expensive to fix. She called somebody up, a professional, a heating professional. They came, and it was a cheap, easy fix, guys. But I'm very grateful. I was going to help her pay for it, but I'm grateful that neither she nor me and my wife had to spend our emergency money, and right now my mom is warm and safe and healthy in her home. I'm so grateful for that. Last, I said I'm grateful that Connor and Eni, my wife, her name is Ingrid, but at home we call her Eni. I said I'm grateful that Connor and Eni worked out. Okay, yesterday at night, my wife and my son, they did a little workout at home, and I was the coach, and I was just grateful that my family as a unit was doing healthy things, okay? So guys, that's just an example of the things that I'll be writing in here over the next maybe rest of my life, hopefully. But at the end of the night, it's just good, guys. It feels good. It's a good practice to just sit down for a minute, reflect on the good stuff that happened during your day, write it down, and then later on, when you're having a rough day, you could go back, read some positivity. So guys, that's just what this book was about, my thoughts on it, how it helped me in my own personal journey, how it helped me to see my negative past in a more positive light, and how perhaps it is helping me go into a more positive future. I'll keep you guys posted about how, if this causes miracles in my life like it did in Josie's, that is to be determined, but either way, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little dose of positivity and gratitude. Be grateful for something today, guys. I challenge you to write in the comments in English 3 things that you are grateful for. Do it. Alright, guys, como siempre, mis amigos queridos, muchísimas gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto. Oh wait, I'm grateful for you.